Let's watch it. How Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 destroyed Rodrick's life. Oh my god. Get him off the screen, not my Rodrick. Ooh. Are you talking about the movie? Yeah, there were movies, weren't there? Yeah, I remember that. Okay, let's watch it. 3, 2, 1, boom.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid 4 hired a whole different cast from the 3 original movies. The replacement they used for Rodrick was...
Yeah, they did not... Why didn't they give him the same kind of haircut? Why did they do that?
So brutally criticized it ruined the actor's life.
I did go through a depressive episode for almost 3 years afterwards, and it kind of ruined my acting career.
You see, the original Rodrick set the bar extremely high. He was simply a downright legend. OG Rodrick was the cool big brother that everyone looks up to.
And a bunch of teenage girls like him too, I bet. Yeah,
whilst also being very relatable as a character. In most Diary of a Wimpy Kid character tier lists, Rodrick is often placed in top position.
He's going at S. Best character in the series. He's always great.
And then a Reddit post asking what's your favorite Diary of a Wimpy Kid character, about 80% of people said Rodrick was the best. Much of the character's charm was aided by the actor, with people even calling it the Devin Bostic effect. He played Rodrick into an unbelievably likable character, but Devin Bostic couldn't play Rodrick forever. He was already 19 in the first Wimpy Kid movie and would have been 26 if he appeared.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Yeah, see, hold on, let me move my character. Yeah, he looks way too old. Understandable. Understandable. I remember, I think Harry Potter had the same effect where they were panicking about taking too long to film the last books. Yeah, because they wouldn't be able to recast. They'd have to brick the entire fucking movie. Yeah, they really had to, like, age them down through, like, makeup and various other, like, angles and, I guess, effects and stuff, but... yeah, they were really panicking towards the end.
In the fourth, Greg Heffley faced a similar problem. Whilst filming the first movie, he was only 12, making him 19 with facial hair by 2017. Creator of the series, Jeff Kinney, said, the Wimpy Kid movies are different from Harry Potter, which follows the kids as they age. Main character Greg is frozen in his pre-adolescent amber.
That's why series like The Simpsons and Family Guy work, because you can always freeze characters, like, you know, cartoon characters. It sucks. Again, there's nothing wrong with these actors. It's just you grow, obviously. And between the ages of like 12 and 16, you have a massive growth spurt as like a male and a female.
You cannot continue to play a Wimpy Kid when you have muscles and a deep voice. As a result, for the fourth movie, they'd replace the entire cast. But the studio didn't tell anyone until the trailer dropped, understandably. Frustrating the fan base. Oh hell no, WTF, really? I prefer the old cast. The new Greg looks like 5. Bad. I want the old actors back, please. I have a really bad feeling about this.
And again, it's not the studio's fault. They can't keep going with the 19 and 26-year-old. They just physically can't. People will notice it.
This bad feeling turned out to be correct, as whilst the studio was testing the movie, we got a lot of laughs, says Kinney. Then the lights came on and people started asking, why didn't they use the old cast? They were genuinely confused about why we'd replace such a good cast. It took us a little bit off guard. Ironically, the movie begins with Greg stating this
combination of people is just not working.
But there was one specific character who really didn't work. The new Rodrick looks like Lord Farquaad.
Oh my god! Kids are brutal! Look at the anime character! You know that's a kid! Lisa, you're a bitch!
Rodrick is now a Japanese girl. They seriously couldn't find another Rodrick? They had to pick someone who looks like they've been adopted. This comment made a pretty good point, especially when looking at scenes like this one. The actor...
yeah, I would say he's the one that sticks out like a sore thumb. He has like really dark hair that doesn't fit. You can't even say he's dyeing his hair because it looks natural, but like,
But Charlie Wright was part Japanese and had totally different features to the two supposed parents. And while the original Rodrick looked like a teenage band member, the new Rodrick didn't. He didn't exactly look like a person who'd be wearing a Motorhead t-shirt. The original Rodrick was also the perfect mix of dumb, smart, evil, and encouraging, whilst they wrote.
I don't want to sound too brutal, but the reason why this failed so hard is that he's not as conventionally attractive as this guy. Like, the teenage girl demographic that was the target audience for this, including, like, teenage boys, right? It's just, like, it's not hitting. They didn't even, like, try to hit the same... And guys, I'm not trying to be weird. I'm just saying, from a conventional perspective, it does not look the same.
Whilst they wrote the new Rodrick to just be a stupid imbecile with zero positive qualities.
A microwave pizza. Rodrick? That's a mini safe.
Being only Charlie Wright's fourth ever acting role, his overall performance wasn't exactly amazing, and the internet was quick to let him know. They first mocked his appearance through.
Oh no, they took the Leafy route. No! The audience is so brutal, and you just know it's kids writing this. Because kids are mean as fuck.
Physical comparison.
That's so
the Joker,
mean.
Michael Jackson, Lord Farquaad, Lil Tay, Johnny Depp, Edna from The Incredibles, Leafy is here, the chef from Ratatouille, Randall from Monsters Inc., the new Rodrick
not the lips, man. Oh, that's so mean.
even looked like a kid the old Rodrick would bully. Whilst all of this was happening, hashtag Not My President was trending on Twitter, which people adopted and parodied to read hashtag Not My Rodrick. It was photoshopped onto some paper held by Devin Bostick, leading the hashtag to go mega viral.
Oh, they photoshopped it. That's not actually real. See, that's really bad. Yeah, just straight up lying. That's terrible.
Gained over 200,000 individual Instagram posts, all of which roasting fourth movie Rodrick in their own unique way. He went from "Your daughter calls me daddy" to "Can I talk to your manager?"
That's a teenage girl writing that. That is a 14-year-old girl who had a crush on this character, realizing that her parasocialness isn't, like, working with this one. Again, teenage girls are so insane. Ask me how I know. Like, they're crazy!
Hashtag Not My Rodrick. You versus the guy she tells you not to worry about. Name a bigger downgrade, I'll wait. People value the old Rodrick more than ending world hunger, and even re-edited the second movie to have old Rodrick roast new Rodrick.
Oh my god.
Can you explain what you're doing in this photo?
That's not me.
The hashtag became so popular, people then began a movement. On Monday, March 27th, when we returned to school,
I fucking told you, man. I told you it's literally only the children that care. Chat, fun fact. A lot of my haters on Twitter specifically are not they're not over the age of 18. And some of them are teetering, but like a lot of them are just dumb kids. They care way too much about stuff they can just turn off and not watch.
everyone please write hashtag Not My Rodrick on your wrist, which
So
hundreds
cringe.
if not thousands of people actually did.
Oh my god. Get fucking real, man.
Hashtag Not My Rodrick on your wrist, which hundreds if not thousands of
That is wild. You can get kids to do stupid shit on social media, man. Wasn't there a trend to like shave your head for Justin Bieber that 4chan boycotted and then a bunch of girls started shaving their heads back in like 2012? That was fucking funny. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Yeah, they tricked a bunch of teenage girls to shave their heads.
People actually did. Friend, hey, you've been wearing long sleeves a lot lately. Are you okay? Me, yeah, I'm fine. Not my Rodrick.
Oh my god,
In the
grow
process, they
up.
changed his Wikipedia. Charlie Wright is a greasy, corn-looking leafy is here. Jeffree Star's cousin with Down syndrome. Lord
Dude, I can't even admit, I don't think I could come up with horrible insults like this when I was like 13. This is fucking brutal.
Barkwad imposter Willy Wonka looking pleekly freak, who's playing my daddy Rodrick Heffley in the 2017 film Diary of a Wimpy Kid the Long Haul. As you can see, he looks like corn and or a soccer mum. This is not Rodrick. His old Instagram posts filled with nothing but insults, while literally dozens of petitions called for old Rodrick back, one of which gaining over 20,000 signatures. Another petition was proposed on the Wimpy Kid subreddit. Change upvotes to the true Rodrick and downvotes to the fake Rodrick. Almost 7,000 people agreed. Things had gotten
Reddit is a shithole, to be fair.
so bad, they'd get help from the old Rodrick.
Fox just sent me the new trailer for Diary of a Wimpy Kid the Long Haul and asked me to make a reaction video.
Who was encouraging to the replacement.
I just wanted to say to Charlie Wright, the new Rodrick, I gracefully pass on this torch. As Rodrick,
Aww.
it's time to let go and know that there's a new man in town and someone's got to rock and roll. And
again, he's an adult and he's normal, man. He's the adult in this situation. Oh god. Oh Jesus. Oh that guy's here. Yeah, I ain't reading that shit, but I'm happy for you, King.
But people didn't buy it. He tried to be nice, but inside he's screaming. I thought he was about to cry when he saw the Walmart version Rodrick. You can literally see his sadness from his eyes, even if he's not expressing it.
These 13-year-old kids have an insane amount of parasocial behavior. They're trying to explain his behaviors. Like, people make fun of people for saying, oh, this is like, if you blink twice while you're talking, it means you're lying, that kind of thing. Except they're doing this for an actor that's just trying to be nice to the actor who's replacing his role. And they're like, yeah, this guy's like, he's like actually really upset. What he's saying with his mouth doesn't match his eyes, and you can just tell. Like, grow up, man.
Despite the hardcore backlash, the studio
Get a
thought fans
job.
would learn to love the new cast.
But I think that the new cast does a great job.
Kinney believes audiences will come around. People are still so invested, he says. It's gonna take kids a few minutes to adjust to the new cast, and then we're off to the races.
I think it's going to be the best Diary of a Wimpy Kid yet.
A professional critic even said, The Long Haul is going to be his movie of the summer, says McNamara, who doesn't envision the outcry hurting the movie's box office or home release. However,
That's a
this
bold
wasn't
claim.
the case. Despite its budget of $22 million, the film opened to earnings of $7.1.
Ooh. Ooh.
It received just 4.3 stars on IMDb and a measly 19% on Rotten Tomatoes. This film is unwatchable. I suffered through 91 minutes, which somehow felt longer than the extended edition of Fellowship of the Ring. The new cast was horrific, the script was aimed at toddlers, and the acting was the worst that I've seen in recent memory. The movie was further blasted in videos such as this one, with 24 frames of Nick stating, I legit almost puked while watching this movie. I had to pause and rewatch the originals just to keep my sanity.
And I thought that, like, people changing their models on VTubers was like people reacting viscerally was like unhinged. This is a whole nother level. Because the difference is that 99% of the people that watch VTubers aren't underage kids. Yeah, like, if a girl swaps a model, they'll just turn it off and not watch you. They won't, like, write you, like, these horrible reviews and, like, cancel you on Twitter over it. These kids will sit on social media and call you Lord Farquaad's, like, the fucking Down syndrome relative. What the frick?
Jason Drucker, who played fourth movie Greg Heffley, explained he almost deleted social media due to the backlash, and he wasn't even the primary target of the hate campaign. So how did Charlie Wright feel? Well, 7 years after the movie first came out, he'd make his own YouTube channel and post a video titled Life is Not My Rodrick.
When the world found out that I was playing Rodrick, they weren't very happy. People just didn't like me. I don't know.
He'd explain what had happened as a result of the hashtag.
The random death threats were a little disturbing. And to have people saying that they wished I was dead just for doing my job and being in a movie was kind of crazy.
Also mentioned,
I think they threw him under the bus, to be honest. I think the casting director really did a poor job and it fucked over these people's lives. They genuinely, you can, no offense to the actor, I think you can find a Rodrick lookalike that's decent at acting. You can. It's not a difficult, like, demographic to reach. A white guy with dark hair, you can mess it up and he's just a cool guy, whatever. They really botched this guy. I feel bad for him, genuinely. And he got roasted just for his appearance alone. Maybe he's a really good actor. I don't fucking know.
They cancelled 2 planned sequels.
Yeah, they set up for failure, exactly.
That were planned to go ahead after this one were cancelled.
Meaning he missed out on a massive sum of money.
Damn.
So for the first movie, I made $75,000. Now, had we made a second movie, I would have ended up making $125,000 for that one. Okay, last but not least, if we made a third movie, I would have made $300,000.
That's a lot.
He'd therefore struggle with his mental health.
I did go through a depressive episode for almost 3 years afterwards,
making leaving his house a troubling experience.
So I had this feeling that whenever I went out, people were either like judging me or hating me or laughing at me.
And as a result, he'd just retire from acting completely.
It kind of ruined my acting career. And to be honest, I never really liked acting.
The saddest part, as suggested here, was that he didn't deserve any of it. His style was chosen by the production team.
Yeah, so this wasn't my idea at all. I don't know why.
No, again, I don't think the actor's ever responsible for the choice of hair, the clothes, the makeup. Like, they could have done anything. They could have, like, styled his hair to look more like the original character's hair or something. They fucked him over.
Why they decided to go with this weird haircut. I just remember going to the makeup trailer every day and having them put an insane amount of hairspray until it turned into like this really crusty, hard helmet bob.
And as a result, everyone instead began to defend him. The internet owes you an apology, my man. Sometimes people forget that actors are real people with real feelings. Goes through a 3-year depression slump and comes back to forgive his undeserving audience. What a class act. Wishing you the best, Charlie. I do know nothing declared we should be ashamed.
What I'm trying to get across is that we shouldn't have attacked Wright or anyone else. Our best option should have been to stay silent and not watch the movie because Wright is a human being.
While Twitter began to state,
yeah, or criticize the casting director. And again, all of the people that were criticizing him were children. Did we forget the part where they were writing "Not My Rodrick" on their wrists to school? Yeah, that was insanely
While I personally
cringe.
hated the movie and the characters, including Rodrick, Charlie Wright should never have received those nasty comments. Therefore, his positive attitude has been extremely admirable.
Do you regret doing the movie? No, not at all. It was and still is the best acting experience I've ever had in my life, and I find myself very lucky to have been able to do that movie and portray that character.
I don't know, a lot of people would gun in mouth after that. Poor guy, I do feel bad. To some degree, it's just like, you really got shafted. Oh, I hope he's doing something more fun. Again, if you boil it down, kids are the most brutal. They will look at your appearance and call you ugly. You ever see those TikToks of people being... people walking around with their 4-year-old, and the 4-year-old says something like, look at that midget over there, and then the mom's like, oh my god, you can't say that, and they're like, what, they're short, like they have no filter, or it's like, look at that ugly guy over there. There's Reddit stories about that. Look at that ugly motherfucker, look at his nose. Kids are so mean.